What if the clearest proof that your dog is truly happy has been right in front of you all along, hidden in the small behaviors you barely notice each day? That is the powerful heart of this article. It argues that a dog living its very best life does not show happiness only through excitement or playful energy. Real canine happiness appears through a deeper pattern of trust, emotional security, and calm attachment. A truly fulfilled dog is not simply fed, exercised, or entertained. A truly fulfilled dog feels safe, connected, and completely at ease with the person they love most. That is why the article focuses on everyday signals that reveal much more than mood. It suggests that when a dog chooses to stay close, relaxes fully, shares prized possessions, checks in on you, or seeks your presence over other rewards, these are not random habits. They are signs that your dog feels protected, understood, and emotionally anchored in your company. In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the meaning is exactly the same. Your dog is not just enjoying life in a general sense. Your dog is thriving because life with you feels safe and deeply rewarding. The deeper message is beautiful. Happiness for a dog is not only about toys, treats, or freedom. It is about belonging. It is about waking up each day in a world where love feels consistent, trust feels natural, and the human beside them has become their safest place on earth. What if the clearest sign that your dog is truly happy is not how wildly they play, but how completely they relax around you? That is the beautiful idea at the center of this part of the article. It explains that a dog living its best life does not simply enjoy treats, toys, or walks. A deeply happy dog sees its person as the safest place in the world. That is why the article gives so much importance to behaviors like sleeping pressed against you, resting at your feet, leaning into your body, rolling over to expose the belly, or settling with their back against you. In the canine world, these are not casual positions. Sleep is vulnerable. The belly is vulnerable. Turning the back is vulnerable. A dog only offers those parts of itself when trust is complete. So if your dog repeatedly chooses your lap, your bed, or the small space beside your legs instead of a more strategic corner of the room, that choice is saying something profound. Being near you feels safer than guarding against the world.
Good dog.
The article pushes this idea even further.
Back to me.
A happy, secure dog does not merely tolerate your presence. It actively associates you with comfort, safety, and emotional rest. That is why a dog may look at you with soft eyes, greet you with a loose, circular tail wag, check in on you from across the room, or abandon food, toys, and cozy spots just to come lie beside you. In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the emotional meaning is exactly the same. You are not just part of your dog's environment. You are the place where its nervous system softens. You are the one presence that allows it to stop scanning for danger and simply be. What makes this message so moving is that it reframes happiness in a deeper way. A dog's best life is not only about stimulation or excitement. At its core, it is about security, belonging, and the quiet certainty that the person beside them is home. What if the strongest sign that your dog is truly happy is not something you give them, but something they keep choosing to give back to you? That is the emotional core of this part of the article. It explains that a dog living its best life does not stay passive, waiting only to be fed, walked, or entertained. A deeply happy dog begins to move toward its person again and again, creating moments of connection on purpose. That is why the article gives such meaning to behaviors like licking your hand or face, bringing you a treasured toy, leaning their whole body against your leg, touching you gently with a paw or nose, glancing back at you during a walk, or waiting by the door for your return. None of these gestures are random. They are active signs that your dog sees closeness with you as one of the greatest rewards in life. The article makes a powerful distinction here. A dog that is merely comfortable may accept affection, but a dog that is thriving starts to seek you out with intention. It leaves the toy behind and comes to sit beside you. It notices where you are in the room. It offers play, eye contact, touch, and quiet little check-ins that say, "I still choose you." In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the meaning is the same. When your dog nudges your hand, follows you calmly from room to room, or looks back during a walk to make sure you are still there, It is not just showing habit, it is showing emotional investment. The relationship matters so much that your dog keeps renewing it through these small gestures. What makes this message so moving is that it reveals happiness as something relational. A dog living its best life does not only enjoy comfort, food, and safety, it actively participates in love. It shares, checks in, stays close, and celebrates your presence. In the end, the article suggests something beautiful. When a dog is truly happy, it does not just receive life from you. It starts building that life with you, one affectionate gesture at a time. What if the clearest proof that your dog is living a deeply fulfilled life is not found in one dramatic moment, but in a whole constellation of small behaviors that repeat every day? That is the central idea behind this part of the article. It presents 20 different signs that, taken together, form a complete portrait of a dog who feels safe, loved, emotionally secure, and fully bonded to their person. Some of those signs are obvious on the surface, such as a loose helicopter tail, an excited happy dance, or a calm, wiggly greeting at the door. Others are much quieter and more intimate, like sleeping pressed against you, exposing the belly, leaning with full body weight, answering your soft voice, or resting on clothes that carry your scent. The article also highlights signs of trust and emotional engagement, such as slow eye contact, gentle nose touches, bringing you prized toys, checking in on you from across the room, following you without anxiety, and staying calm when you leave because your dog trusts that you will come back. Even deeply vulnerable acts, like eating, grooming, or using the garden without concern while you are nearby, are described as powerful evidence that your dog sees you as a guardian rather than a threat. What makes this section so compelling is that it does not reduce canine happiness to excitement alone. It includes joy, yes, but it also includes softness, trust, confidence, and peace. A dog living its best life is not just energetic, it is emotionally settled. It chooses you over food or toys, seeks your voice, relaxes in your presence, and returns to you again and again as its safest place in the world. For dog lovers in Spain, whether in a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the message is deeply reassuring. If your dog shows many of these signs, you are not just caring for them well. You are giving them the kind of life every dog is quietly hoping for. A life built on security, belonging, affection, and trust. What if the most meaningful signs of your dog's happiness are the ones most people overlook because they seem too small to matter? That is the deeply touching idea behind this part of the article. It explains that some of the strongest signals of a thriving, emotionally secure dog do not arrive in loud, dramatic ways. They appear in the quietest moments. A dog glancing over from across the room just to check that you are still there, then relaxing with a deep sigh. A dog leaving a favorite toy, a sunny patch on the floor, or even a comfortable bed just to come and settle beside you. A dog who softly leans into your leg, responds to your whisper, or chooses to rest on your clothes because your scent feels like home. On the surface, these acts may seem ordinary, but the article argues that they are anything but ordinary. They are signs of secure attachment, the kind of trust that goes beyond excitement and reaches into the nervous system itself. What makes these behaviors so powerful is that they happen without pressure or reward. Your dog is not performing for a treat. Your dog is revealing where comfort truly lives. In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the meaning is exactly the same. When your dog keeps choosing your presence over food, toys, or the most comfortable place in the room, it is showing that you are no longer just part of daily life. You have become the emotional center of it. Even tiny gestures like a soft tail wag when you enter, a quiet nudge of the nose, or a calm groan while relaxing near you can carry enormous meaning because they show that your dog feels safe enough to be fully at ease. The deeper message of this section is beautiful. Real happiness in a dog is not measured only by energy, play, or enthusiasm. Sometimes it is measured by peace, by trust, by the silent confidence to relax, choose closeness, and return to you again and again. In the end, the article reminds us that the smallest behaviors are often the most honest ones. They are the quiet proof that your dog is not just living well, but living safely, lovingly, and deeply attached to you, What if the clearest sign that your dog is truly living its best life is not how much it enjoys food, toys, or comfort, but the fact that it keeps choosing you over all of them?
You're such
That
a
is the
good
powerful
boy.
idea behind this
Yes,
part of the
you
article.
are.
It explains that a deeply happy
Everything
dog
sounds
does something
perfect.
extraordinary. It begins to treat its human not simply as the one who provides resources, but as the most valuable resource of all. In practical terms, that means your dog may walk away from a half-chewed toy, leave a sunny patch on the floor, ignore a cozy bed, or even pause before dinner just to come and lie near you. In the canine world, that choice carries enormous emotional weight. Dogs are naturally drawn to things that feel good: food, warmth, comfort, stimulation. Yet when a dog repeatedly leaves those pleasures behind to be close to you, it is revealing something profound. Your presence has become more rewarding than the objects around them. The article makes this distinction beautifully. A dog that is merely cared for may enjoy what the household offers, but a dog that is truly thriving begins to seek connection for its own sake. In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the meaning is exactly the same. When your dog chooses your side over the best spot in the room, it is not acting out of neediness. It is acting out of emotional security. It has learned, through repeated experience, that being near you feels better than almost anything else. That is why this sign matters so much. It shows that your dog is not just attached to routines or rewards. It is attached to you. What makes this message so moving is that it reframes love in the simplest possible way. Your dog is not measuring life by what it can collect. It is measuring life by where it feels most complete. And if that place is beside you, then you are no longer just the person who opens the door, fills the bowl, or picks up the lead. You have become the emotional center of your dog's world. In the end, this section reminds us that one of the purest forms of canine happiness is not excitement over possessions, but the quiet, repeated decision to come back to the person who feels like home. What if the truest sign of a happy dog is not the wild tail wag, the playful spin, or the burst of energy when you pick up the lead, but the quiet moment when they finally let their whole body relax in your presence? That is the deeper truth behind this part of the article. It argues that canine happiness is not measured only by excitement. Real, lasting happiness is inseparable from trust. A dog can be energetic, playful, and full of enthusiasm, yet still feel uncertain inside. But a dog that sighs deeply beside you, falls asleep pressed against your leg, stays calm when you leave, exposes its belly, eats peacefully while you are nearby, or answers your soft voice from across the room is showing something much more profound. It is showing that its nervous system has learned a powerful lesson. With you, I am safe.
All right, stay.
That is what makes the
Stay right
article
there.
so
Ready?
emotionally
Come.
rich. It does not reduce a
Good
dog's
boy.
best
Well
life to
done.
stimulation, toys, or busy activity. Instead, it highlights signs of secure attachment: the relaxed sigh, the calm departure, the vulnerable sleeping posture, the willingness to groom, eat, and rest without fear, and the soft responsiveness to your whispers. These are not dramatic behaviors, but they may be the most meaningful of all. In a flat in
easy
Madrid
there,
or a
buddy.
family home in
You're
Valencia,
a fast one,
the
aren't
message is exactly the same. A thriving dog is not only the dog that celebrates loudly, it is also the dog that can soften, settle, and trust completely. The article suggests that true canine happiness lives at the intersection of joy and security. The helicopter tail and happy dance matter, yes, but so do the slower, quieter signs that many owners miss. A dog that feels deeply loved does not need to stay on alert. It can lean, sigh, rest, and simply be. That is why trust is the hidden foundation
Who's a
beneath
good
every
boy?
visible sign of happiness. In
Look
the
at
end,
that tail
this
go.
section offers a beautiful
just
reminder.
make me laugh
A
every
dog is
time.
living its best life, not just when it is excited to see you, but when it feels peaceful enough to give you its softness, its stillness, and its most vulnerable self. What if a dog's best life is not measured by how many toys fill the basket, how long the walk lasts, or how often the food bowl is topped up, but by something far deeper and far more human? The feeling of being truly safe, truly loved, and completely understood.
Get the ring.
That is the deeper
Good
truth
dog.
running through this part of the article. Beneath all 20 signs, the soft eye contact, the relaxed
Go get
sigh,
it, boy.
the full body
Good
lean,
job.
the playful greeting, the calm waiting at the door, there is one message repeated again and again. A dog thrives when life feels emotionally secure. The article makes it clear that happiness in dogs is not only about stimulation or comfort in a physical sense, it is about belonging. It is about waking up each day in a world where the person they love feels predictable, gentle, and emotionally available. In that kind of world, a dog does not simply survive. A dog softens. A dog trusts. A dog chooses closeness over caution. That is why the article feels so powerful. It reframes canine happiness as a relationship, not a checklist. A dog living its best life is not merely a dog with enough food, a warm bed, and regular exercise, though those things matter. It is a dog that feels free to expose its belly, sleep with its back against you, leave a toy to come sit at your feet, answer your whisper, and stay calm when you walk out the door because it trusts you will come back. In a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, the meaning is exactly the same. The happiest dog is the one who feels rooted in love. It knows where safety lives. It knows who its person is. It knows that home is not just a place, but a bond. The deeper meaning of this section is beautiful and humbling. If a dog is truly thriving, it is because someone has given it more than care. They have given it emotional certainty. And in the end, that may be the greatest gift any dog can receive. Not just a good life on paper, but a life that feels secure, connected, and full of love from the inside out. The deeper purpose of this article is to help dog owners recognize what real canine happiness actually looks like. It is not only about seeing a playful dog and assuming everything is fine. It is about learning to notice the full emotional picture. A dog that is truly thriving shows more than excitement. It shows trust, softness, calm attachment, and a deep sense of safety in daily life. That is why this article focuses on signs like choosing to stay close to you, relaxing completely in your presence, responding to your voice, checking in on you, sharing prized toys, and remaining calm when you leave. These are not random behaviors. They are evidence that your dog feels secure, loved, and emotionally at home with you. For dog lovers in Spain, whether in a flat in Madrid or a family home in Valencia, this message matters because it shifts the goal of dog care from simply meeting physical needs to nurturing emotional well-being too. The article's real aim is to help people understand that a dog's best life is built on connection, not just comfort. When your dog feels safe enough to trust you with its vulnerability, joy, and daily routines, you are no longer just caring for a pet. You are becoming the center of a secure and beautiful emotional world. The happiest hearts are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes the deepest joy appears where there is safety, trust, and the freedom to be completely vulnerable with someone who loves you. If this touched your heart, tell me in the comments how many of these signs your dog shows and which one means the most to you. And if you want more heartfelt, meaningful content about the emotional world of dogs, subscribe to the channel and join our community of dog lovers.